Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. How are you feeling today? Are you ready to do a great workout? I hope so. I'm just going to start with 3 deep healing breaths just while we're sitting here, just to get present with our bodies. It's so important to be mindful because, as you know, working with this balance board, you're working those proprioceptors, that inner focus. So let's just get centered right now. Hi, Ken. Hi, Judy. Okay, good. You're ready. Let's take a deep inhale and exhale down. Hi, Pat. How are you feeling today? Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Hi, Craig. I just want you to get really centered before we begin by doing these deep breaths because I'm not there. So I don't know if you guys are properly using your breath for these workouts because it is so important. So let's just take a few moments here to just get that connection going with the mind, body, and spirit. And exhale down. It's a good morning here. I just feel so bad for everybody in Texas. I have a really dear friend who lives in Austin who's been trying to find some place with power and heat for herself and her kitty cats. It has just been crazy. So prayers go out to everyone who's suffering in Texas right now. And hopefully they'll all get some good help and relief soon. Okay, one more deep breath here. Hi, Mary. And exhale down. Okay, good. Now, while we're sitting here, I just want to do a few exercises to get you warmed up. So just scoot to the edge of that chair, right? And then we're just going to start doing some knee lifts. Hi, Harriet. How are you doing today? So when you lift your knee, I do still want you to keep your shoulders back, your chest lifted, you have a straight spine. We're just going to start warming up those hip flexors. And then we're going to add an opposite arm to this. So you're going to elongate your side body and use your breath. So I just want to remind you, especially if you're just beginning, that we are always going to have the chair nearby because if you ever need to just take a seat and either just march it out like this or mimic an exercise we're doing potentially, you just take as many breaks as you need, okay? So this is always, you're going at your own pace. You're listening to your own body. We're all at different levels here. So don't forget that, and then also focusing on that posture and focusing on your breath. So you never want to hold that breath, okay? And you always want to think about that neutral, straight spine and coming down soft and thinking about those pressure points in your feet. And we're going to just do 4 more of these. Good morning, Duresha. How are you? Hi, Betsy. What's going on today? You got any big plans for the weekend? Good. Now we're just going to step out and together, out and together. So we're just going to start warming up those outer thighs now. And then at the same time, you're just going to bring your arms out here and just go into a chest fly as you step out. So you're keeping a slight bend in that elbow. I am keeping my abs in tight always to protect my low back, and use your breath. So stay nice and tall and just tap it out. Tap it out. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and then just march it out here. Now we're going to go into a leg extension. So you're just going to bring that leg up and down. So you're going to just start warming up all of those tendons and ligaments around the knee. Stay tall. And you can just keep doing this, or if you'd like to add the arms, press up. Exhale as you extend, chest up. Just waking those muscles up, lubricating those joints, gearing you up and getting you ready. We're going to do 2 more of these and hold and release. Now we're just going to go into that left leg extension. Hi, Eleanor. How are you today? Are you joining me for the workout? And now if you want, again, add those arms, press up. It's finally warming up a little bit here in Denver. I mean, we had such a cold snap, but we can't complain because Texas is so ill prepared with their grid. You know, pipes are bursting left and right, you know, just flooding their apartments and their homes. It's really horrible. So again, lots of prayers go out to people who are suffering in Texas. 2 more times. And then just march it out. Now from here, we're gonna do an alternating oblique crunch. So stabilize, bring your arms out like a goalpost, and then cross over. Exhale down. Stay tall though. See, I'm not rounding my back when I come down. I'm just thinking about my obliques here, which are right here. And exhale down. Just warming up your core. We use your core throughout this whole entire workout. That's the beauty of the board. It just gives you such a strong core and foundation, which is what we need to prevent those stumbles and falls. Or God forbid we take a stumble and fall, we're going to have that strong foundation. Our reaction time is going to be so much better. So we are not going to have the, you know, the terrible, you know, aftermath of, you know, who knows what. Broken hip, injuries. That's why I'm so proud of you for just getting the board and being consistent with these workouts. Preventative, right? Okay, 1 more each side, and then just march it out. Okay, now what we're gonna do is a leg lift. So we're gonna do a straight leg and just lift. So you're barely, I'm not even touching the floor. And you can bring your arms out to the side if you like and go into a biceps curl as you lift, a lateral biceps. Now if you do that, drop your shoulders. So you're not in a hunched position. We're really warming up your quadriceps here. You can feel it. For 4 and 3, I'm really feeling this morning. And march it out. Whew. It's crazy. Okay, now we're gonna switch to the other side. So sit up nice and tall, straight leg, lift, lift, bring your arms out, curl and lift. Chest up, abs in, exhale up. Now, if this bothers you sitting down, you can do the same move standing, by the way. For 4, 3, 2, and 1, and march it out. Okay, those are sufficiently warmed up, I believe. So I am gonna turn on some music and we're gonna get going. I'm gonna bring the chair right behind because like we said, you always wanna have the chair nearby should you need it, okay? So let's just get started with some water. So first we're just gonna do that step in place. Press the heel down, keep the board center, and then we're gonna stabilize, and we're gonna go into our calf raises, because it's also very important to warm up our calf muscles and our ankles. Very light grip on the pole, but come all the way up on the balls of those feet. For 4, 3, 2, hold it at the top, hold. Now if you want to try to go into your first balance, you can take one arm off. And if you feel stable, take the other hand off. Breathe. And then press the heels down. Open the feet a little wider and go into those hamstring curls, because now we have to warm up our hamstrings. We warmed up our hip flexors. We warmed up our quadriceps. Now we need to warm up the backs of our legs, those hamstrings that are usually so darn tight. We always take special care doing that proper warm up so you don't pull any muscles. And then if you'd like to take those hands off, pull back. So warm up your back muscles at the same time. If you've been working out with me for a while, you know this is one of my favorite full body, low impact exercises. Really think about squeezing into your back muscles here. For 4, and pull. 3, and 2, and 1. Now side step it here. Keep the board center. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring it center and march it out. You can step it if you'd prefer, otherwise go into a little power walk here. If you do the power walk, don't stomp down like this. It's too stressful on the joints. Think about lifting your body weight away from the floor so you're light as a feather and you're coming down soft. And use those arms to power that walk. It just helps, again, warm up your muscles and your joints. Are you guys able to get outside and do some nice long walks? I hope so. It's not only great exercise, but it's so good for the soul and to reduce stress, just to get outside, get outdoors, breathe in fresh air. Okay, we're just going to do about 30 more seconds. So power it. If you want to get those knees up a little higher, that's up to you. Start getting energized, right? Did you wake up on the right side of the bed this morning? I did. Okay, just about 5 more seconds. Power through it. And then we are going to go back into the step. Now, if you need to, get a quick drink of water, because we're going to start working out on the board, start some of our exercises. So first, we're going to step up. We're going to do a knee up, and we're going to alternate. And then next, we're going to do a step up and a leg curl, and we're going to alternate. So first, we're going to step up right behind the number 1, knee up, down, knee up, down. Now leg curl, leg curl. Now knee up, knee up. Think about that foot placement, leg curl, leg curl. So you're going behind the number 1, lift, lift, curl, curl. Now you are trying to keep that board center the best you can, and then curl. One more each time, each way I mean. Curl. Now we're going to step behind the 2, lift, 2, lift, 2, curl. The board is going to drop now. Step behind the 2, lift, 2, lift, curl. If you want to slow this way down, that's okay. I mean, I'm setting a pace, but you don't have to go that fast. Look, you can really take your time, focus on your form and that placement and those pressure points in your feet, and use your breath. Step, lift, step, lift, step, curl, step, curl. One more time. Can you get that knee higher? You don't have to. Now we're going to go to the number 3, lift. So watch those poles. So I'm going at a slight diagonal here. Just doing those knee lifts first. Now leg curl. Stay tall, chest up, abs in. Two more times. Good, and then step it out or march it out. Really getting nice and warmed up. So now we are going to go into that one leg balance. So what you're going to do is step on that center line with your right foot. So first you're going to stabilize, step up, push forward, lift the other leg, drop your shoulders, keep that standing leg bent, tuck that pelvis under, find your center, and breathe. How are you doing with this? Are you able to find that center balance faster? I'm feeling pretty sturdy. I mean, you can try taking one hand off. I don't know if I can do both. I'm really thinking about pushing my foot into that board. I'm pulling my abs in even tighter if that's possible. I'm going to try. Here we go. Okay, that's it. And then release it back down, and then just step it out a little bit. Release the arms. Hopefully you're not gripping those poles too tight. But just open that upper back. This is another drill I love to do to wake up my upper body. Just get that energy flowing, that blood circulating. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, are you ready to do the other side? Let's stabilize first, always. Place that foot on the center line. Press forward. Lift. Tuck the pelvis under. Keep that standing leg bent. Drop those shoulders and focus on your breath. This side's always a little more challenging for me, so I'm going to concentrate a little harder, working my inner focus, working those pressure points in my feet, stabilizing my core, using my breath. How are you doing? I'm not even going to try to take my hands off on this one. If you're feeling super stable and you want to do it, go for it. Okay, great. Now step it back down, and then step it out. Whew. First challenge out of the way, right? And then you can march it if you like. Power that march. Get those knees up a little higher. Remember, you're coming down soft. Just about 5 more seconds here. Okay, good. Now what we're gonna do is step behind the 2 and the 2. So first stabilize, step behind the 2, let the board drop. The 2, and then just rock side to side. Just a nice little shift. And then when you're ready, let's find that center. Tuck that pelvis under. Breathing, abdominals are engaged, drop those shoulders. And then we're gonna go into the shift and lift, that side leg lift. So shift, lift, shift, lift. Lead with the heel of that foot. Remember, it does not matter how high that leg goes. Just working that abductor. And you can go slow or you can speed it up. It's up to you. But just be careful on that foot placement. I mean, working with the 60 up is really all about improving that reaction time, you know, in case we do take that stumble or fall. We're going to bounce back. Our foundation is going to be so strong because we are working those stabilizers. We're going to do 4 and lift, 3, lift, 2, exhale up, and 1. Good. Now just rock side to side and then find that center balance right away. Here we go. You got it? I'm shaking and baking a little bit. Okay, rock side to side. Okay, now focusing on your inner thigh. Bring those feet a little wider. Rock side to side. Now, for this, your toes are slightly out. You do keep those knees nice and bent. And just working this angle, of course, right away is going to target the inner thighs. Drop those shoulders and just press into it. Press, press, press. I'm not totally straightening the other leg, but I am shifting my weight completely into that standing leg as I press. Press. And then we're going to find that center balance. Are you ready? Straight spine, chest is lifted. This is another one that's a little more challenging. If you think about keeping those glutes tight, think about those pressure points in your feet. And if you do find that center balance, which I'm struggling to find, you can go into your partial plie if you want. You don't have to, but if you do, you're making sure those knees stay way back. They're tracking over the toe line. So come down, push the heels into the board, squeeze up into the tush. You got it? If it bothers your knees, don't do the plie. Just hold it center like this. So you're always listening to your body. If you ever feel any pain in your joints, please stop that exercise and just step it out, rock side to side, step it off the board, whatever you need to do, okay? And we're just gonna do 4, press up, 3, 2, and 1 more. And then we are going to hold it down for 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squeeze up. How did you do? Point those toes forward. Rock side to side. And then you can do that step and tap to release those muscles that we just worked. How did you do with that? Just work it out for 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good. Now drop the board, step it down, step it down. Let's march it out. March or step it out. If you're marching, come down soft. Now, if you want to lift your knees, instead, just go into an alternating knee lift. Whichever you prefer, you can do the march, or if you prefer to do the opposite knee up, opposite arm up. I love this low impact exercise again because it really targets your full body. Use your breath, think nice and tall. Really extend and lengthen your side body. For 4 and lift, 3 and lift, 2 and 1 and march it out. Okay, get a quick drink of water and we're going to go into our next exercise. A little more challenging. The reverse lunge off the board. And if you don't want to do the reverse lunge, you're just going to do a step back and a knee up. Otherwise, you are going to step up and you're going to stabilize. You're going to pull the knee up, step back far enough so you can go into that reverse lunge. And then we're going to switch. Knee up, step back, sink in to that lunge and up. Knee up, try to find that center. Step back, sink down, and pull it up. Knee up, step back, sink down. So if you just want to lift and step down and pull up, that's fine. You don't have to do the reverse lunge. But if you're just doing this, do try your best to find that center. Otherwise, step back far enough so you can get a vertical drop. Sink down, keep the chest lifted. I mean, nothing works your lower body like the reverse lunge and the squats, I'm telling you. Really targets those major muscle groups. So this is a very anti-aging exercise, but only if you don't have knee issues or knee limitations. Lift, step back, sink down, pull it up. How are you doing? I know this is challenging. It is for me too. I'm really feeling it. We're just going to do one more on each side. Step back, sink down, pull it up. Knee up, sink down, pull it up. Now stay here and just rock side to side. Shift, shift, shift those hips. I got very out of breath with that one. It's so challenging. But you know, it feels good, right? To really work those muscles and start to feel strong. Okay, now when you're ready, let's find that center. So always engaging that core. Tuck your pelvis under, drop those shoulders, breathe. If you have to adjust your feet, that's okay, but remember, the more you think about pushing the weight and distribute the weight evenly in your feet, pick that focal point. It's really going to help for you to be able to find and stabilize center. And then just rock side to side. Just shift it back and forth. And then drop the board down, step it down, and we are going to go into those hamstring curls. Release those muscles. Then if you'd like to take your hands off, this time bring your arms up. Pull down, pull and curl. So you're using those back muscles. Exhale down. You don't have to bounce on this, just step. Step and pull. 4 more, and then we're going to do repeaters. This is 2 and 3 and 4. Hold here. Drop that board. Use the pole, touch and curl. Standing leg is bent. Chest is lifted. How are you doing? For 4, 3, 2. Hold it at the top. Now if you'd like to try to test your balance here, put one arm in front, engage the core even more. And then if you'd like to try to release the other hand, how are you doing? It's really great to check your progress by just doing these balance exercises on the floor. And then release. We're going to go back into the alternating. To release always feels good. 4, curl it. 3, exhale. 2, and 1. Now we're going to switch to the other side. Drop that board. Toes pointing straight ahead. Abs in tight. Think about putting all your energy into your hamstrings. Squeeze. You feel that? For 4, 3, 2. Now hold it at the top, and we are going to again try to test our balance here. Pick that focal point, pull your abs in. Think about those pressure points in your feet. Use your breath. And then release back to alternating here. How did you do with that? Now if you'd like, take your hands off, make a fist, push out. Chest press, leg curl. Just step it. You don't have to bounce it. You could slow it way down. And if you need to take a break, go for it. Take a drink of water. If you sit, at least step it out, okay? You don't want to stop suddenly because the blood will pool, and that's never a good idea. So if you just need to step it out a little bit in place, that's okay. Trying to get you a little bit more of a cardio workout today. For 4, I know it energizes me. Last time here, side step it. Are you with me? Okay, we're going to step it out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring the poles to the inside. I have my short bands attached. So get it ready. Remember, when to come down, you're always coming down, bending the knee with a straight spine. You never want to be bending over from the waist here. This one's stubborn, you know. This one's really stubborn today. Okay. I like to anchor it too, you know. Anchor the board down with your knee. And we are going to go into some band work. I can't get enough water. Okay. So first we're going to step behind the 2 and the 2. Rock side to side. Then find that center. Let's do it. Let's find it. And then when you're ready, when you're stable, grab those handles, hinge slightly from the waist, and go into your double row. Now, if this is too easy, you can choke up on that band. The challenge here, of course, is to keep that center balance and really think about you're cracking that walnut in between your shoulder blades. And you're exhaling up. Slow and controlled moves here. How are you doing with this? Don't let those elbows come out to the side. For 4 and 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it at the top. And then anchor them back, shift your weight back, and just go into a little bit of a squat here and hold. Keep your chest up. Think about all the energy here in your glutes. Think about pushing your weight into your feet. Abs are engaged. And then pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Squeeze the tush. Then step and tap, step and tap, step, release, release. I mean, I hope you had sound today. That would be terrible. It could be that this thingy that I attach, the lights went out. So maybe it wasn't fully charged. Oh my gosh, I apologize if you were out of sound today. Yeah, now it's back on. Oh my goodness. So that whole workout, was it the whole workout that you didn't have sound? Oh no. It was this. It must have ran out of juice. Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully by working out with me, you know by now actually what I'm gonna say, right? Oh no, so it was out for 25 minutes. I apologize for that. That is terrible. Were you able to still adequately do it? Well, maybe that was a whole nother challenge. You're trying to read my lips at the same time. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Well, listen, what are you going to do when you're doing these things live? Inevitably, things go wrong. And I know that you understand. So, but again, I apologize. Have a beautiful weekend. And glad to hear you could do it. Yes, you were able to stick with it. Okay, good. Okay, good. It wasn't all a big loss. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'm glad you still got a great workout. And I will look forward to seeing you on Monday. Stay safe, stay healthy, everybody. Much love. Bye for now.